Islam is a way.
In the UK, they say, keep calm and carry on. But how can we do that in these days? Well, keep Guide Us TV on.
Go to dawapartners.com.
We'll be back right after this. You're watching Guide Us TV. We'll be back right after this. You're watching Guide Us TV. We'll be back right after this. You're watching Guide Us TV. We'll be back right after this.
Salam alaikum. I'm Yusuf Estes with really good news. But first, many people are hearing things about Islam, but they are not getting the right message. So the best time to get the right message out is right now. And we have the best way to do exactly that with Allah's support and your help. We've got our projects, our websites, satellite TV channels, and now we can reach every home on the planet, inshallah. Let's make that difference together. It's easy. And be my dawah partner. Salam alaikum. I'm Yusuf Estes.
Stay tuned. More coming up right here on Guide Us TV. And we are live. And my button fishing has not improved at all. Habib, how are you? How's everything going?
Things are going pretty good. It's a bit chilly here today, but that's okay. It's
what's the temperature there? Because it's really cold here.
28 degrees Fahrenheit.
28 degrees Celsius or Fahrenheit?
Fahrenheit.
Oh, whoa. That's below the Celsius. That's below, oh, that's freezing.
Yep.
Yuck. Okay, well, it's not so cold here. It was 46 every morning, and it was about 67 today. Yeah.
Well, that for you, that's cold.
Yeah. That's why I'm bundled up.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, alhamdulillah rabbil alameen. So I wore my cap so you could recognize me as a Muslim, you know, because I'm bundled up. So, yeah. What do you think?
A Muslim lumberjack. Yeah, okay, we'll go with that.
Yep. A Muslim from Texas. You know, me and Brandon Estes established this, the idea of Texas, cowboy Muslim. The cowboy Muslim, if you look up the cowboy Muslim on the internet, you'll find Brandon. MashaAllah. Yeah, he's so cool. Speaking of cool, I found a partner to help me get all of this situated with our 6,000, almost 6,000 domains. You know who it is? He's free. It's called ChatGPT.
Oh, wow.
I think it was, no, I paid something like a little bit for a whole year. I think it was like under $40 for the whole year. And it's already helped me so much. It's put together, you know what? And it agrees with Islam. It's amazing.
Important thing.
Yeah. And anything I ask it, but it knows that I'm a Muslim, so it's geared toward that idea. And it says, Alhamdulillah, Salam Alaikum. You know, it's really nice. If you identify as a Muslim right away, and it pick up on that, and it will answer you appropriately. And
Yes.
it does say nice things about the Bible. But if you ask it directly, are there any contradictions in the Bible? They'll say, well, it's viewed as such by some scholars. And if you ask it, are there any contradictions in the Quran? It'll say, no, but some people object to this or that, or so, you know. It really is cool. It's really cool. Yeah. But I don't ask it like directly. That's not fair. Directly choose one or the other. I feel like the lady that did that in what's her name, Jill J. In she's in the land down under, Australia.
Mhm.
That's the way they say it down there. Anyway,
Not to be confused with New Zealand.
huh?
Not to be confused with New Zealand.
Oh, you know, I've been to New Zealand several times, but mostly I was in Australia. And in New Zealand, we helped these brothers that are really famous now. We helped them get started. We made some videos and put them on the internet. And I really, really enjoy watching them now. They're better than me. They really are great at what they do. And One Islam, we started with them. They were already started by Khalid Yassin, and they had some issues with the stuff that they already had. But anyway, it was really great to visit with them, and they did a really bang up job, really bang up. And they do the work today that is impeccable. So One Islam and brothers in New Zealand, I can't remember what that was. Anyway, and anybody that goes to that can get the right message. They have stuff for non-Muslims, new Muslims, born Muslims, and anybody else. They have a lot of videos, the quality videos, not like my stuff. I'm just sitting there on a table, you know, talking away. That's what I'm famous for, talking. Alhamdulillah.
Well, I don't know if you remember years ago, this would be in the 60s and 70s in the United States, on one of the TV networks, there used to be, I believe he was a bishop or a cardinal. And all he had was a chalkboard, and he would talk and he would write. And that show was really popular, and you'd be surprised how many people watched it. So when you're looking at, and the point I'm making, when you're looking at something like that, and you look at your show, and it's better to have something simple that explains things quite well. You can have all the glitter and, you know, but when you're given a message, you just want something simple, straightforward, and you know that this is something worth listening to.
Yeah, you're right about that. And evidently, there's something that's been attractive for what we're doing because we still have thousands of people go to our websites every day. But we have thousands of websites. So if one person went to one and one and one and one, it would still be thousands. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
it's so funny. I'll mention your name to people, right, that are Muslim. No, I don't know them. But as soon as I show them a video, oh, yes, I know him. I watch his videos. But they don't connect the name, which I find really funny too. But keep in mind, a lot of these people don't speak English, so that's why that they don't make the connection. But
Mm.
I thought it was something interesting.
Yeah. You caught me with drinking on the job. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen for coffee and juice.
Yes. And for me, it's water.
Drink a lot more water though, but the coffee and the juice, it don't handle it. I have to have the electrolytes. According to my new friend, I need the electrolytes. So,
Right.
and the doctor said the same thing a few weeks ago. Anyway, but I take it from the one that's called the Chat GPT. I don't know why. Anyway.
Yeah, that's funny. So one of the things that I was thinking about, because a lot of times you hear how Muslim women should be dressed in, when they go out, but nobody talks about.
Wait a minute. It's Friday, and we went to Juma today, and we heard something similar to talking about the women and the men in the Juma Salat.
Oh, really? Because I was thinking about, I was thinking about this because because nobody really talks that much about how Muslim men should dress.
Ah, we got it. With the pillbox cap, what is it called? The pillbox cap or something like that?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, covering all the arm and yeah. Well, I don't know that the men have to cover the arms, but I like to do that because it's warm. Alhamdulillah.
Well, trust me, this time of the year outside, yes, you want to be well covered.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was talking to somebody today. He's from Colombia, which is far south from here.
From Colombia?
Yeah, yeah. The country.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah. He had his winter coat on, his gloves. He had like his face was covered. It's like
that's in Central America.
Yeah. Him and his wife moved here with their son, and I was talking.
Why did they do that?
Did they have a bit? Well, if you look at the situation there,
maybe they didn't have any electricity there, so they moved up there so they could freeze their stuff.
There's that too. So back to the topic at hand, and in regards to what Muslim men should be wearing and things that they shouldn't wear.
Yeah, the women have a big mistake today. They say I'm talking about the women in general, the Christian women and the Muslim women. They have this attitude that they have a revised religion. The religion is adjusting to the blah, blah, blah. And really, it is liberalism as opposed to real religion. It is something else. Liberalism, not Islamism or Christianism or Judaism. It is actually something else. And I don't know who's promoting that. Maybe the people that have the big businesses, but they promote it and they give authority to these people that are doing that. And this is a big problem. Now, if you want to be a liberal, go ahead. But don't say you're a liberal Muslim. Don't say you're a liberal Christian or a liberal Jew or a liberal anything except a liberal, because you don't have the foundation of any religion because you're changing it. Is that right or wrong?
That's right. And that's a big problem. And still, when you're looking at these big companies that sell clothes, and you realize if men and women would dress the way they're supposed to be, these companies would lose a lot of money. But then again, you're also saying the same thing about the alcohol industry, or the gambling industry, big banks in regards to interest. So there's so many things when you're looking at, and the thing is, when you're really looking at Islam, and you can't change this. It's not Islam that needs to be changed. It's people's attitudes towards Islam and saying, yes, this makes sense in regards to what we're wearing. And because when you're looking that this came from Allah and the reasoning for it, then you understand this. But don't put liberalism into this and saying, oh, no, nowadays we can wear like for men, like we can wear shorts and we can wear, a top that doesn't go all the way down. So you're showing parts of your body that you shouldn't be showing. And things like that. So you begin to wonder. And then, so they even wear certain kinds of clothes, even to the mosque, that they shouldn't be wearing. But they think, okay, it's okay, it's not a problem. And
yeah, the idea of covering up, the man has to be covered. According to Islam, the man has to cover his navel all the way to his knee. And if the navel is showing, this is wrong. And if the knee is showing, even when you sit down, if your pants pull up and show your knee, then they're not long enough. And even if you're swimming, you should have something that covers your knee when you're sitting down. And that is a big problem. Because and it should not be tight, like the body suits that they have, and that's all wrong. And then when it comes to the women, if she's not around other women, that's all bets are off. Nothing about that. But if she can be viewed by a man who is not her close relative, and it is listed in the Quran, this one, so and so, and it is in Surah An-Nur, chapter 24, verse, I don't remember the verse, 20, 24, something like that. Anyway, it lists all of the people that she can be, more uncovered with. But even then, she shouldn't be showing all of her body. And the minimum is, again, from the navel to the knee. And if she's breastfeeding a baby, even in front of her husband, she should be careful about that, because even the other children and the husband and their parents, they shouldn't see that. But it doesn't say that directly, but she should be careful. Anyway, if anybody is a stranger, it's better for her to cover all up. My daughter is one of those who really covers. And I don't recommend that for everybody, but I appreciate that from her, because she covers with a glove on both hands, and she covers her face like this when she goes out. And sometimes she even wears sunglasses. You can't see anything at all. And I don't know how she does it in the heat, but she does. She doesn't have a problem with it. If women really knew how much they distracted people from their everyday lives, and like, oh, wow, whoa, yeah, this kind of reaction is not the thing that you're looking for if you're a real Muslim. You don't try to attract attention to yourself. Now, if you're in a place, and I'm backing up, if you're in a place that no Muslims are, then obviously you'll stand out and you'll attract attention, but that's not the attention I'm talking about. The attention I'm talking about is the evil intentions that they have in their mind, in their hearts. And this goes for not only men, but some women can say, oh, I wish I looked like that. And they put a curse on you. Yeah, that's really, it's a big subject.
Yes, it is. And still, when you're looking at men, especially during Salah, and you have men in front of you, and when they bend over, their tops are not long enough, and their pants for some reason don't fit properly, they end up showing more than what they need to show. I don't think I need to paint any more of a picture than that. But
whoa, you just laid out the reason that women should not be in front of men, and you're talking about men in front of men. Oh. Yeah.
No, I've seen this way too many times. And it's like, and when I go, I have either, if I'm wearing a t-shirt, it's long enough that it covers everything. And I want to make sure of that. Or I'll wear a tobe, because a tobe, and I prefer more the tobes from India or Pakistan, because it doesn't go all the way down. It goes down to the knee. And those are, I find, more comfortable for me. That's a me thing. And so I would prefer to wear those in the masjid, especially performing salah, because I find it's nobody sees anything that they're not supposed to see. And I think more men should be thinking about this when they're performing salah.
Yeah, can you see this?
No, all I see is me.
All right. Yeah. This is what I wore today. What do you think? And it
That is nice. And when you look, yeah,
can't even get the bottom of it to show on the TV because it's so long. And this is what I appreciate wearing. Oh, go ahead.
yeah. See, things like this for men to wear in the mosque, I think would be more appropriate. And they could have this in their car. It doesn't mean that they have to be wearing it, to go to work. But when they're going into the mosque, they can grab it, put it on, and then perform salah.
So yeah, I'm back.
Because they can be wearing like pants under this and a t-shirt, but having this over it would be so much better and be more appreciative for everybody else around them.
The women, let's go back to the women. Some of the women that are coming to Islam do not understand what it's all about. And I forgive them, and I hope Allah forgives them because they don't know. But once they know and they choose not to do it, then that is a sin. For instance, if they go out and their hair is showing like this, and they think, well, I have a hijab on. That's not a hijab. And the Quran is translated, it says, pull your scarf around your shoulders. And so a lot of them they don't know that that is not the way it was presented at the time of the Prophet. But it literally says in the translation, draw their scarf or their hijab over their body, and it mentions the shoulders. So they think that just winding it around and playing that and putting a cap on or something like that, or even not, they consider it okay. However, the demonstration of one of the early scholars clarifies it, because he says that the hijab, the thing that they're wearing, their scarf, they used to be worn over their head and go down their back. And he said, pull it over, your head, because it was a two-piece. It was folded as a two-piece. It wasn't two, it was folded, yeah. But bring the layer that was the outside over your face, and he just moved aside a little bit, and he said, so they can see the way, this is the appropriate. The hijab is to cover them up entirely so that people won't see their eyes, their nose, their mouth, their so-and-so. But in the case of some of the women, they can show it because they're away from the men. But when they get up close, they should cover up. And I think it's the hadith that talks about when you're in Umrah or Hajj, the women have to remove their cover on their face. Their facial cover has to be removed unless there's men close to them. And now, anytime you go in the Kaaba or around the Kaaba, or even in the layers that are surrounding the Kaaba, you have people real close to you, such that they're touching your shoulders, shoulder to shoulder, and going on, and men and women, and that's the norm for that. especially during Hajj time and Ramadan, the month of Ramadan. So this is really a problem because a lot of the women just, say that I'm covered. Okay, I have a cap on or something like that, and that's not really the thing to do because a lot of men get distracted. Oh, look at that, look at that. Oh, astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah. I'm thinking about something other than Allah. Yes, that guy is on the right track because he understands that he's supposed to be looking for Allah's forgiveness, not looking at a particular woman or something like that for anything. So this is really a problem. And I feel sorry for the ladies and the men who are bothered by the ladies doing that.
Right.
Anyway.
So let people think about what we just talked about, and we'll take a short break.
Yeah, because now I want to come back and I talk about something very, very, very wonderful that happened. So let's take that break and stay tuned wherever you are and stay tuned with
Guide Us TV.
Yeah, that's the one.
Stay tuned. More coming up right here on Guide Us TV.
How can you get rewards like we do? 3 things you can do. Make dua for us and include yourself in the us. Number 2, shareislam.com and share the emotions that you have when you think about being a Muslim. And number 3, join us. Support dawahpartners.com. It's easy, real easy. In the UK, they say, keep calm and carry on. But how can we do that in these days? Well, keep Guide Us TV on. Go to dawahpartners.com.
We'll be back right after this. You're watching Guide Us TV.
A way of life, a way of life, a way of life, a way of life. Islam is a way of life, a complete way. A way of life, a way of life, a way of life, a way of life. Islam is a way of life, a complete way.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm Yusuf Estes with really good news. But first, many people are hearing things about Islam, but they are not getting the right message. So the best time to get the right message out is right now. And we have the best way to do exactly that with Allah's support and your help. We've got our projects, our websites, satellite TV channels, and now we can reach every home on the planet, inshallah. Let's make that difference together. It's easy. And be my dawah partner. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Now, it showed you to be our dawah partner. And the good news is a lot of people, many people have joined us just in this month alone. And we got the results today, and I was so blessed and I was so happy that so many people have joined us. And this is a great thing. Actually, we're making dua
to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to have more people, and we got exactly that. Everything is working out beautiful because more people mean more dua, more prayers to Allah, and more people coming to Islam, and more people getting the rewards of Islam and joining us. Oh, it feels so good to feel this way. Ya Allah, Ya Allah, Ya Allah. And one of our volunteers is leaving. Well, he's in the airplane right now, flying from, where is he? I think he's in New Jersey, flying to Morocco, Maghreb. Yeah? Him and his whole family right now are flying over there. So let's make dua for them, because he is the one who really inspired us to do the things that we do. He's the one who established our foundation. And he is one of the big donors of his time, effort, and funding. So Allah bless them all, and bless all of the brothers in New York who have helped us, and the brothers in North Carolina who have helped us, and the brothers in Northern Virginia, Washington, D.C., and Maryland. All of them have been helping. And we're on the West Coast, and they're on the East Coast. And by the way, some of our brothers and sisters in Texas are still helping us. Yes. And I haven't been there. Lived there in over 20 years, but I've visited, And in California. Oh, yeah, we should mention California because that's where we live now. Oh, my God. So many people. And the Spanish people here coming to Islam. Oh, my God. They speak Spanish. But guess what? We have the Spanish Qurans. This is not one of the Spanish ones, but this is like it. And it says in Spanish. Well, it says Quran in English and in Spanish in the same way. But it says in Spanish that the meaning is El Rey en Español is El Dios es uno. Y su profeta es Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Yeah. Anyway, it's great. It's great.
MashaAllah. So that is really good news.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So when I'm hearing that, I'm so happy to hear that. And I'm praying to Allah that we do get more and people will be more involved with Guidance TV, especially when it comes to sharing. Because I know with me, and once the show is done, I put it on Facebook, and then I share it with all my friends on Messenger. And then, so a lot of people actually see this, and I'm sending it to my nephew's wife, so she sees it. And keep in mind, she's not a Muslim yet. And I'm still hopeful for that. So when you're looking at even sharing this type of thing, it's so important to do this as well. And that's the reason why we say share, because sharing this information with other people is very beneficial, because you never know who might come to Allah.
Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. I would like to put up a picture of something that I hold near and dear. Let me see if I can do that. Okay. A video file, no. It's just a picture. Let's see if it shows up. Yeah, maybe. Did you see it?
You know what's really funny about this? This picture is when I was in Mactaquac at that inn, which I'm not going to say the name, and that's in the lobby. That's why I thought it was so funny. Of all the pictures you could have used, you used that one.
Well, I liked it. I liked it. Anyway, let's get rid of it. Yeah, okay. And let's put up a sunset. This Arabic writing. Let me see if I can figure it out. Let's see. Nope, I can't read it. I can't read it. It's too twisted up. Anyway, let's switch it out. I can read that. Get guided with Guidus TV.
So we still have some time. We still have some time left.
Okay.
And so I'm thinking, what can we talk about? Considering it's what they consider the winter solstice, the shortest day of the year.
Oh, the shortest day was yesterday, right?
Yes. No, it was the 20th. It's the 20th.
Oh, I thought it was the 19th or 18th.
No, 20th. Because that's the day that the day is when it turns from fall to winter. I believe that's you can check. Maybe I'm wrong. It might be a couple of days, the actual solstice itself.
It says, oh my God, it's tomorrow.
Okay, so it's still something.
Is, let me see if I can put that on the air. Okay, let's see if we can do that. Present, share screen, winter solstice. Yes, and it worked. So it says Saturday, December 21, 2024 at 1:21 a.m. That's shortest time of the year. That's when it is going to come in. It said the Northern Hemisphere's winter solstice always falls on December 21 or 22. In the Southern Hemisphere, the winter solstice is on June 20th or 21. I didn't know that. Winter solstice is the start of the astronomical year. Oh, you know what? It stands to reason that our summer will be their winter and our winter will be their summer.
Exactly.
That stands to reason. Yeah.
Yeah. So in Australia and New Zealand, this is coming on to their summer.
You're talking about New Zealand again. Are you advertising to go there or something?
I'm still hoping to. That's one of the, after I go to all the places that I really want to go to, which is basically the Middle East in Northern Africa.
I'm trying to type up something that maybe will appeal to you. this is New Zealand on the screen right now. It says South Island, New Zealand. Let's click on that. And 500 pictures of New Zealand. I don't think we have time for that.
No.
What about New Zealand?
But you can see why, because I when it comes to Allah's creation, and you look at places like this, you can see the beauty of it. And even when you're looking at northern Pakistan is extremely beautiful.
Pictures of Pakistan. Okay, let's see. Oh, it shows immediately it shows Masajid. Oh, look at this one. Whoa, 25,000 people have visited this particular one. Let's join it and see what we got. Oh my God. Wow. What do you think about this?
That is quite interesting.
Let's see if we can change the picture on it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This is beautiful. Pakistan. Oh, look at this. MashaAllah. What do you think about visiting Pakistan?
You know what's really funny? If I be going to Pakistan, as soon as my friends there would find out, they would be overjoyed. There's so many brothers that want me to visit Pakistan, and I could spend a couple of months there, and I wouldn't have to worry about even paying for a hotel. Because there's so many people that they have a get. See, what's really interesting about these countries, they have what they call either a guest house or a guest apartment, and it's part of the same building where they live, but it has a separate entrance for the guest, and it's quite interesting to see. Some of my friends were showing me and saying, well, when you come, this is where you're going to stay. And even in Saudi Arabia, I have a friend who has a guest house and the same thing. So it's so amazing that over there, they have this type of thing to entertain guests that are traveling.
Let's look at this. Oh,
That
no.
is,
No.
well, some things you don't want to look at.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Yes.
MashaAllah.
And when you're looking at the architecture, it's really fascinating how these things are made. In the one place that I'm interested in seeing, and it's not in Pakistan, it's actually in Jordan. It's a place called Petra.
Petra, I've been there. Petra. Yeah. The place that is carved out.
Yes, that is something that's truly amazing.
Let's put it up here. Okay. Yep.
Compared to the buildings nowadays, and you look at this, it's like you begin to wonder.
We saw this. exactly this. And we photographed it, and we did a program there. And the problem was they didn't have the sound on. And I told the guys that they were professionals, and they looked at me like I was stupid. And I said, you know, your headphones, check it out, the sound. They said, we can see it going up and down, and you know, you're old school. They didn't say that, but they meant that, you know, you're old school. But when we got back, they got a call from Jordan, from Saudi, because that's where the brother lived that brought us over there. And he said, did you get any of the sound? I said, only for the programs that we did, but you're welcome to them. But it wasn't, we only did 2 programs while we were there, and it was over a week. Yeah. Right. We went to Ajloon, we went to Petra, we went to what's the other place, Aqaba, and we went to the capital, of course. That's where we landed. And the second time I went there to stay for any time was when we visited to Palestine. And we went to the year before it got tangled up, you know.
Yeah.
And we went there and we saw so many beautiful things in the Holy Land, and it was so wonderful. And the Christians came out and they shook our hands and they talked with us. And a lady Christian was one of the guards there. And she was really nice to my wife, and she saw her another day, and she said, oh, she came over to her and she started talking. It was so nice, and I couldn't believe what I was hearing about the Muslims jumping over the wall and doing what they did, and then the retaliation. All it's. But we've seen all of this stuff online, so
Still, it's one of those places I would like to go to,
Yeah.
meaning Palestine.
Yeah, this place, I saw this very clear, and we were talking about it, and we were up close to it, and this is another shot. And this is another shot, and this is a different place. But
it's amazing how far that goes in.
Let's see, the Great Temple. Okay, this is the Great Temple, and it's showing you different shots of it. And this is. It's not the treasury, is it? Yes. Now, all of it was carved out by hand. You know that? They carved those rocks because they're not really like a rock that we know. They're soft enough that you can cut it in. And if you get it wet, and you get it working. And that's what they told me anyway. So
yeah, it'd be almost similar to a sandstone or a limestone, where it's more easier to carve than to say granite or some other harder rock.
Yeah, this is what I wanted to show you. This is a big picture of what we saw there. And from a distance, we were in a car, or were we on camels? No, we were on the car when we passed by this. And they told me that people are still living in there. What I'm pointing the wrong way. Still living in there. Subhanallah. Let's see this one. It doesn't come up. I don't know why. Oh, you got to push the button. Oh, yeah, that's better. And we saw the camels like this. And this. These camels are sitting down like they normally sit. This is the way a camel sits on the sand. I was impressed with that. Now, this is one of the places where we saw that they told us people still lived in there. And I said, how? How can they live there? I said, well, they just do. MashaAllah. And this is a video. Now, one of the places that we stopped, not this one, but there was a place that we stopped and we photographed. It was the oldest place that had columns up from the time of the Roman Empire. Yeah, like 2,000 years ago. These are the Roman Empire columns. Wait a minute, let's back it up. Let's see if I can get it. Yeah. These are the columns. Now, it doesn't look like much today, but keep in mind, this was the basis of the foundation of the elaborate empire that was the Roman Empire. It was big, really big. My God, we're going to run out of time.
Yes, we are.
I really would like to see all of this. Some of it doesn't work. Anyway, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Let's put this aside to give some good advice for our brothers and sisters. And stop sharing that. So one of the things that we would really like to talk about tonight and share this with you so that you will have confidence in being a Muslim. Anywhere you go and whatever you do, keep in mind that it's God's will that what happens. It is God's will that what has happened, happened. But you are responsible only for what comes next. You can't do anything about the past, but you can sure do something about right now. And when we're talking about this, you can't do anything about the future unless you change yourself right now. And that is the thing of the future. And then when you get to that, and they get to that, and next, and next, and next, you'll be surprised how much you will benefit in this life and surely in the next life. So we will leave you with this. Be sincere with Allah and know that He is in control of everything that happens. Whatever happens, He is in control. Don't worry about it. Yeah. And stay guided with
Guide Us TV.
Oh, yeah.
Stay tuned.